With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Browns first down.
We're set. At 31. At 24.
A give running right is Chubb. Room here to run. And a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll try the air now with Watson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup at 13 sets them up 1st and goal. Moore, the motion man. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Elijah Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
And they're all
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Yo. 180. Go. 13. Out.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You look at this Browns defense.
Well, they're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson.
He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now it's Jackson.
Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
It's 4th down.
4th down, here's Jackson.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Ravens 1st down as they get 4 there on 4th and inches. And the Baltimore 1st down.
Hey, middle.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
180.
Jackson now.
It's Dobbins on the out route, bringing it in.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Back at the 33-yard line.
Hey, Ozzy, shut up.
Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Browns 7, Ravens nothing.
2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
180. Hey, report. Hey, Ozzy, shut up. Ready, shot. Go ahead.
Here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 33. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Watson off play action.
He'll fire deep, looking for more.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for Cleveland. 55 yards.
He's already got 1 touchdown in his first half already. That very nearly was a second. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Watson changing the play.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short.
An audible here to get a new look.
Here we go on 4th. Watson, it's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Touchdown, Browns.
Kareem Hunt.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Justin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that,
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
the start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb
with career touchdown number 70. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
DC, ready?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
We change it.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Open man left side. Shaheed has it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Hey, what is shot?
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
Report. Hey, middle. 180. What is shot?
Jackson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ozzy, sit up. Hey, report.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Yo. Let's go. What is shot? Go right here. Sit up.
Again, Jackson. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
No, we changed it. You at X. Hey.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, They need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Flush to his right. Escapes, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards.
45 yards. And the Browns first down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Justin Hopkins set to kick off.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD. Down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
13. Go. We change it. Yeah.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
13. Hey.
Jackson from the shotgun.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Lamar changing the look.
33-yard line.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Now Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Report.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Tucker's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
David Ojabo,
the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
As Shaheed going to go in motion.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sent back at the 38. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second down at 6 now from the 42. They run it again with Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? 3rd and 12. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's taken to the 26. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it,
And that'll fall incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. And they're going to speed things up here.
Now Jackson going to shift him around. Now they'll change things up.
You. Hey, Ozzy, sit up.
From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it, and he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
On the return, here's Jerome Ford.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. A solid stiff arm. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Watson
Swings this out for Hunt.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down and 11-yard pickup. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there as as that one is going to blow up in their faces.
You know when I could tell this is going to end really badly? When he launched himself behind the line and made a beeline for the ball carrier. You get one of those tackling machines in the middle on your trail, things are normally ending pretty quickly.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
With some extra bulk on that line for 3rd and inches.
Now Watson going to sneak it.
And he is going to have the first down. And that might not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they should be able to run it down from here.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they'll go on the ground.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
This is 1st and 10.
No, we changed it.
Jackson.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Here's 1st down. Jackson.
Wide open receiver complete. And they wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And then on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffer the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest.